Prince.
Sleeping
Give him a
king.
kiss and wake him up.
Yeah, I think we were gonna go punch a kraken.
We were going to go somewhere where there's a high probability of Kraken punching.
I
Inks
dare
really
you.
wants to
Really
see
want to
Adriel
see
kiss the king awake this time now.
I dare
My pupil.
to try and kiss the fucking storm giant king awake. That sounds like a great idea.
I mean, it sounds
Please
like he's
do
a
that.
widower. He's gonna need it.
I'm pretty sure I'm roughly the size of his nose, though.
Probably.
That's fine. They have enlarge reduce spells for that.
Plus, you know what they say: is every hole not a goal?
Cricket chirp.
Cricket.
Okay, I guess nobody else here says that. That's neat. Even in jest. Okay. Okay, neat. All right. So yeah, you guys were. What did you guys do last session? You went and you kidnapped the Lord Dryland. He was surprisingly cooperative once you actually kidnapped him.
And then he fucking died.
After a very long planning session, you kidnapped him. Then he died, yes, through some sort of weird psychic nose bleeding, eye blood vessel popping.
No, just psychic Mia. That's what should be called from now on.
Is that a technical term?
That's a medical term.
Sure.
He had a bad case of psychic Mia.
Could somebody? So to ask, could somebody remind me of how to spell that? Just so you know, I can keep it in my records for the inevitable next.
I'm pretty sure a lot of like old-timey gangsters had a bad case of psychic Mia.
Yeah. Isn't that what Roger does in that one episode of American Dad?
No idea.
No idea. But yeah, so after a terminal case of psychic you guys hooked up with Icron at long last. You even bought a lovely sending stone to give him, so that instead of sending him letters, you could just call him. You talked to Augie as well, Felgalos, that friendly dragon that you guys released from the Countess's castle. Had a lovely chat with him, persuaded him to follow along in the belly of your flying castle. Igron was very unhappy with this, though, and is rather annoyed with you. And you are crossing the sea. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered the main points.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
All right. So you've left the mainland. You are out over the Sea of Swords. The waves are crashing beneath you. You see the occasional spit of rock sticking out of the ocean and the occasional spray of sea and foam as fish and dolphins jump from the water. You do still have some downtime pre-arrival at the Purple Rocks. Does anybody?
We were kind of planning.
You were.
Unfortunately, we can only plan so much when we only have so much information.
Yeah, that's what we kind of kept running into, is that all we know is it's a ship. Or at least something described as a ship, so...
Unless any sort of like library in the castle or anyone else of the factions living in the castle knows anything about the ship or the thing behind it?
Helgolos told you all he knew about the Kraken. The ogres wouldn't know shit. They're dumb as fuck. I need to go check and remind myself as to who is in the castle currently.
There's some vampire lady.
There is. There's his vampire. There's the vampire lady, and there's Igeron's mother as well.
I feel like we're gonna get like the disappointed mom look from Igeron's mom.
Unclear at this time. You can definitely try asking the ancient vampire, though. If you're going to do that, I need another book. 1 second.
Who wants to ask the ancient vampire about a kraken or kraken ship?
Not it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to remember whether what the terms were of her sticking around, just like not wanting to be bothered or not. Or any mention of that?
Igeron basically said, I will take you out there, I will take you back, and after that we're through. There were no additional terms attached to it.
Oh, I know that. I just meant like when he let the vampire lady stay. If she... What she wanted to do.
He basically intimidated her into submission.
Mm-hmm.
She watched him and the group of you guys kill her old boss. And so where she sits, that puts you at the top of the food chain. Or him, rather.
Got it.
So, did I hear that correctly? Ox wants to be the one to talk to the scary vampire.
I'm sure she's not that scary.
To be fair, she can't suck his blood.
That is true.
She can try and suck your oil.
Ew.
Yeah, that sounds horribly unpleasant.
Yeah, that sounds like Ox would still win that one.
Phrasing?
All right. So you go up to the crumbling ancient tower that is the home of the that is the home of the ancient vampire. She is sitting at the bottom of it, sharpening a knife.
Hi.
She looks up at you. What?
Hold on 1 second. Out of character. What exactly are we trying to get out of this?
Anything she knows about krakens.
Or the name of that ship that we know. The Morkath or something like that?
Morkoth.
Morkoth.
Okay. In character then. So, I don't know if you've heard, but we're about to go hunt down a ship called the Morkoth that apparently has a kraken associated with it, and everybody was wondering if you knew anything about it, but I think they're afraid of you.
She grins at that. Good. And yes, I heard. The master was very unhappy.
Oh, yeah. I think that's because of the dragon, though, not the ship.
Well, are you going to ask me your question?
Oh, yeah. Do you know anything about the ship or the kraken?
What are you willing to offer me, metal man?
Out of character, would you guys have given Ox anything to bargain with?
Only if he asked.
All right, in character then. How about a hug?
Hey, this is a second-hand hug from a lich. That's got to be worth something.
A hug.
I've been told I'm very good.
I will have to pass on hugs. Vampires do not require hugs.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Add that to your nature facts.
Just because they don't need it doesn't mean they don't want it. Wait, that was terrible.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they couldn't use one.
I'm trying to think if Fox has anything else to offer.
I'm sorry, but vampires don't like hugs.
Does she need anything beaten up?
Nature facts?
Oh, I know. How about I don't hug you?
You are already not hugging.
Oh, I guess that's true. Well, wait right here. I'll be right back. Ox goes to go find Adriel and Inks.
The vampire watches you leave, and then she shakes her head and goes back to sharpening her knife.
Guys, I offered her a hug, but she didn't want it. What do we do?
What are you talking about now?
Well, you wanted me to talk to the vampire, so I talked to the vampire, but then she said she wanted something in exchange for information, so I offered her a hug, but she didn't want it. And then I offered not to hug her, but then she pointed out that I already wasn't hugging her, so that didn't work.
Oh, you sweet summer child. Oh dear.
I'm pretty sure I was born in the winter, but thanks.
Never change, darling, never change. Let's see. Did you ask her what she might have wanted?
No, that's a good idea. I should have thought of that. You're good at this.
I do try. What would a vampire want?
That we're willing to offer.
Yes, that.
Oh, you guys don't need all your blood, do you?
I was kind of using it, yes.
Oh,
I also don't want her to develop a taste for mine in particular.
Oh. How long does it take for that, wait, I should know this. I can look this up. Because I have something she might be able to use in the future that I'm no longer going to be using, because I will be dead by then. Probably.
Okay. That's the spirit.
Okay.
wait.
Wait. No, seriously, I will literally be dead. It regains its magic in a century.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, I've got one too.
I won't be dead.
That's true. You won't be. Probably. Accidents can happen. You could fall down a flight of stairs.
Again.
But you fell off a trapeze.
True. But, falling and breaking my neck. Not likely to do that one again.
There are plenty of other bones to break. I assume a vampire, charisma is probably good for them. And the rest of them, the two of you are still going to be alive.
Alright, so you want to offer the book?
Well, I'm not using it anymore. Go for it, darling.
Alright,
Pass it over.
I take the book. I go back to the vampire. Hi!
Yes, hello.
Oh, so I went back and I talked to the others, told them you didn't want to hug, and how I offered you not to hug you, and you didn't want that either. So they gave me this book to offer to you. You can read, can't you?
She looks at you for a moment, like, you know that what an idiot look?
I imagine Ox is familiar with it, yes.
I can read, yes.
Right. Well, this is a magic book. I don't think it has magic in it right now, but I mean, you live a long time or don't live a long time, whatever. Anyway, it's more of like a long-term investment, but I figured it might be valuable to you.
She kind of eyes you a little bit, looks at the book. The book for your questions. This is acceptable. Ask.
Great.
Give
So,
me.
what do you know about the ship and the Kraken and all that stuff?
Book first, then questions.
Yeah, Ox will hand her the book. Well,
Then the hand.
let me insight that first. Ox hands over the book.
She doesn't seem to be intending to deceive you.
Wouldn't notice anyway.
Yeah, it's a 9. It's actually not that bad, especially for a 1. Yeah, she takes the book, whispers briefly, and a group of rats come out from behind the door to her tower. She places it on top of them, and they scurry into the tower, carrying it upstairs. They're very talented rats.
Most rats are.
So, you had some questions. No, not brats.
They were talented brats.
That would be a very different situation.
It's about worse.
She does
The
not
rats
have.
could be rats. We don't know their personality.
There was an old vampire who lived on a ship
Who lived in a
in
there
a
was
castle.
a vampire who lived in a flying castle.
Had so many brats she didn't know what to do besides make them fetch stuff for her.
So you had questions for me, Metal One. Ask. She kind of beckons at you.
I think he just wants to see how many times Ox will say the same thing over and over.
Ox kind of scratched his head. Right. Wanted to know if you knew anything about the ship or the Kraken or really anything about that whole situation.
Morgoth. In case she has very terrible like short-term memory, say the names again.
The Morgoth I can't tell you anything about. I've never heard of it before. The Kraken, however, is known to me. Slagkrathel is old and much, much older than I am. Old in the same way that primordials are old. Tens of thousands of years. It lurks in the depths. It controls its thralls on shore to bring tribute to it, and eventually to control all things, as all Krakens wish. Do you have specific questions about it? I've run into its thralls before.
Out of character, would we have specific questions about it?
All?
I guess what can its thralls do that normal people couldn't?
Nothing. They're people.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna be people
I just
controlled by
wasn't
the
sure if
Kraken.
like they have like warlocky powers or anything like that.
Nah. Slarkreth, it can grant power, but rarely does. Mostly its thralls merely have connection to it. It can hear what they hear, see what they see. Give them messages. Even kill them if it's unhappy.
Does it have like a preference for the type of creature that it enthralls? Like what kind of stuff would we be up against on the ship of a Kraken?
Not in particular. It'll take whatever is given.
You know where the Kraken usually resides? I mean, I know you said the deeps, but is there like a particular part of the ocean and or sea that it hangs out in?
Trackless sea somewhere. Nowhere near shore. Besides that, I have no idea, unfortunately.
Do you know if it would consider the boat important enough to hang out near it?
She shrugs.
I mean, let's just say, hypothetically, there's a storm giant king trapped on the boat. Purely hypothetically.
She smiles indulgently at you. Of course. Purely hypothetically. I would give better than even odds that it is nearby. Nearby by a Kraken's standards is different from yours, though.
Well, I mean, in terms of distance, sure, but I'm assuming it can move pretty quickly in the water.
True. Could be a minute, could be an hour, could be a day. It's unclear. There's no way to know for certain without going and searching for a kraken in the water itself. And that is not a winning proposition. Not unless you're, I don't know, Elminster or someone incredible.
Out of character. Do we have any more questions, or is this good?
Doesn't sound like she knows anything special about it beyond it's a kraken.
Yeah,
Those kraken
I guess
things.
we were looking more for boat stuff. Because hopefully we won't be fighting the kraken. I'd rather fight people in the boat.
Yeah.
Just any other non-Kraken related questions for the vampire?
Not really.
How did she get her hair so nice? Or not nice. I don't know. I can't remember what she looked like. But I assume vampires tend to be pretty. She just has the smoker's sound. Or is she like Nosferatu style?
She grins a very evil grin. Do you really want to know my secret?
Sure.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
She comes up to Ox, leans over towards where your ear most likely would be. You need to mix the blood just right. And then it's perfect for hair.
Ah, makes sense. Alright. I'll go back to Inks and Adriel. Tell them what she said, especially about the blood in the hair.
I always wondered. Just says it in that way they're not sure whether she's joking or not.
She better
Seems
be.
perfectly reasonable to Ox. Of course, Ox also doesn't have any hair or blood, so...
That is how a vampire would do it. I find illusion magic is good enough for most uses.
We gotta get Ox a really good wig if we survive this.
Talk to the gnomes.
Find her inner fabulous.
I think Ox is just fabulous even without a wig.
Yes, but imagine how much more fabulous he would be with one. He could braid it. Then there's plenty of room for putting flowers in it.
Well, I did just take a level of Barbarian, so I feel like if it's going to be anything, it should be like dreadlocks.
There you go.
I'm literally picking, like, he hears that he should have a wig and finds a mop. And just sort of puts that a little bit of stick still sticking out.
I'm okay with this.
I mean, I feel like you need to save things like that for when we need a disguise.
Oh, of course. What was I thinking?
Gotta get the glasses with like the little fake mustache hanging off of it.
I'm sorry. The Great Mustachio is already a already.
Right.
Was it the Great Mustachio?
I
know.
totally forgot the Great Mustachio. That was Adriel.
Yep.
I've got to do so much more carousing next campaign.
Madame Mustachio.
Next campaign is actually just a giant bar crawl.
I'm in! I'm in!
I can dig it.
Try to get to the next bar, but shit's just fucked in every town.
Random drink, random encounter. Drink, random encounter.
And they're just completely like blackout drunk, so they don't remember the last time.
That's what happens if someone can't make a session.
They get blackout drunk.
Basically. Or they were blacked out at that period.
They have legends about them that they can't remember.
I've never gotten to a point where I've become blackout drunk and then come back from that.
When it's not the morning.
Yeah, right,
what?
right the morning after. Sorry. Well, that could also be taken as I've never gotten blackout drunk, which is also true.
It's also entirely
That
possible you
you
got
can
blackout
remember.
drunk, but there's no evidence of what you did while you were drunk, so you don't realize you were blacked out.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't wake up with more money than you had when you started.
Yeah, that's when you know you've gotten into the sketchy shit.
That just means you traded goods and or services.
Yep. I
Or
know
you
what
rob
I said.
somebody.
I know what I said. Anyhow, did you have any more specific questions for even just about Krakens in general? Or oh, I'm totally blanking. What the fuck's her name?
I mean,
For the vampire?
I guess Ox probably would have asked where's the best place to punch it.
If there's any else questions, how about Haster or the I guess anything involved with Haster.
If you drop his name, her eyes go wide. I wouldn't meddle with them if I were you.
Yep, too late.
Oh. They're extremely unpleasant people. The cultists, the lords themselves, they're creatures and followers. The worst.
The absolute worst. We're there with you, girl. Girl, we understand. I feel like she and Ink should go drinking.
Good, then you'll understand to get out of whatever you're doing with them and get away.
Oh no, we're not doing anything with them. We're doing things to them.
Get out of that and get away from them.
And that would be much more easy if they weren't trying to destroy everything.
Some other group of saps will show up. They always do. World finds a way to keep turning. It's not my problem. Shouldn't have to make it yours.
Oh no, but I've learned to rely on me a bit more than others to take care of problems, and I prefer to live.
Ha! Your funeral. Or not necessarily, if you're willing to exchange a little with me. But you don't seem like the type. No offense.
You're right, but I do feel for that.
As for where to punch it, little man, you can punch it in its face. Its face is a good start.
It's like a shark right in the nose.
They don't really have noses. I'm looking at a picture of them right now. They do have very big eyes, and they have lots of tentacles. Don't let it eat you, though, and watch for the lightning bolts. It's very unpleasant.
Glad we still got one potion of lightning resistance left.
She appears to be satisfied with the sharpness of her knife, puts it away into a boot, and pulls out another knife and starts sharpening that one.
Well then, I believe we should go back to our ship hunt. Come along, Hawks.
Sure.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for this lovely book.
Let's head back up. About how long until Fogros is okay? Or
Felgalos
Foggy.
and
Velgalos.
or Foggy.
Foggy.
He should be okay by the time you guys start closing in on. By the time you guys start closing in on the Purple Rocks.
Alright.
So call it a couple more days.
Alright. Hinks is gonna go find Igeron.
Igeron is up in his chambers. The door is locked.
Hinks will just stand outside the door and give a couple knocks, like, just kind of lean in. Are you just never going to speak to us again, darling?
Igeron does not reply.
So, out of character, because Ox wouldn't say this, but out of character, you should mention, the fact that this dragon used to be in the other Cloud Giant's castle.
Oh,
So,
he knows. She already told him last
Stealing
session.
it from her is basically a way of one-upping her, and you should look at it like that.
Oh, that's a thing. Maybe once you get some talk to him again. Igaron, it's been a long time. We shouldn't let it end like this. It won't be much longer.
Silence reigns.
I'll just let you know, we will probably be out of your hair sooner than you think. If we manage to find who we're looking for, we'll probably need to just teleport out to Maelstrom. You won't even have to take us back. I realized it did bring up a good point, that since we technically got this dragon out of Countess Sansuri's castle, and it's currently in yours, I'd say that puts you one step above her, right? You have something that she had and she no longer has. That's a bit more wealth, don't you think? At least for a little bit.
Agaron, you can hear him stomping towards the door. The lock clacks. The door opens. He looms over you, glaring down, with you in his shadow. You think I want to own a person? However much you think I want to own a dragon? We'll see each other again someday, I'm sure. Forever is a long time.
That it is, but... well, everything may not be around soon enough, depending on what happens with the Yellow King. I just don't want to leave on terrible terms. You understand that, right?
I do. I just think maybe you should have thought of that before you brought a dragon to my castle.
Oh, believe me, darling, I did. But desperate times and whatnot.
Did you? Did you? Are you sure you thought about that? I'm sorry.
As am I, darling.
You should go. He closes the door. Firmly.
Just know, no matter what, if we're alive, you can still talk to us. You have the stone. I won't take that from you. But I do hope you'll talk to us again. Until then, darling. She'll just eventually turn and walk back down.
Silence reigns once more.
Let's wander down where the rest of the group is. Just hand on the forehead. That really was stupid. I'm surprised he even managed. hope this was worth it. How's our other new friend doing, Adriel?
Getting better. We'll be able to fly around in a couple of days, vastly increasing our ability to cover area in our search.
Hopefully the reward outweighs the risk.
Given the stakes here,
You have me there. I suppose we just enjoy the view while we can. He at least spoke to me once. More than I expected.
it's something.
But next time, know that I'm probably not going to go against my base instincts on that sort of situation ever again.
Of course. We should develop a search pattern.
That's a good idea. We already have at least a base location, but how much area would there be to cover around? It's an island, really. Do we just say, Foggy, you can go this way, we'll go this way? Meet in the middle.
Quadrants would work. Yeah, quadrants is easy. I'm sure we can find one somewhere. After all, it's a map of the sea.
Yeah. Start drawing up tiles around.
I'm sure we
creates
could.
a D&D map around the purple rocks. Have little minis. Inks could major image some minis.
Go for it. Do you actually want to make yourselves like some maps and minis for this?
Well, if we're down in the caves, we could totally build a sand table. It wouldn't take-
You want to make yourselves a sand table for this?
Yes.
All right.
I feel like this is gonna be another session where it just takes us 2 hours to figure it out, and then we finally get there at the end.
The beginning of the next session, 5 minutes in, something happens that screws up the entire plan and makes it irrelevant.
Yep. We can just say, we made a thing, we pushed it around. You go this way, we go this way.
That's what I'm thinking. Quadrants is the easiest way to do it. We just,
I mean,
somebody does
those
northeast.
rocks are not a big. They're not a big place. They're literally like two tiny islands in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but we're looking for a ship that's somewhere near them.
Uh-huh.
So start at those and work your way out until somebody hits it.
I think we just need a searching montage.
Pretty much.
Montage.
We could, if you want to describe your own montage, you can describe your own montage. I'll try and find some fitting music for you if you do.
The alternative is just to stumble around with some B plots until we stumble upon the main plot.
I think we're a little too
Get us
late in this
B-plots.
series
We
to
got
start
rid of all the
adding
B
new B
plots.
plots. Yeah, we don't want George R.R. Martin syndrome.
God. I mean, we can switch to an entirely different party that's like on the mainland if you guys want. Go like mop up.
Robert Jordan did the same thing, and it took Brandon Sanderson 2 whole books to kill off all the extra side characters.
Yeah, I remember.
It was bad.
I remember. Oh.
I still haven't finished that series.
Really?
I have Memory of Light. It's sitting on my shelf, and I still haven't read it.
Memory of Light is actually pretty good. It's like better paced than a lot of Sanderson's other stuff too, which is
I find he has weird pacing.
He does. He absolutely does. Memory of Light is like a bit better paced. But yeah. You should definitely read it at some point, just to say that you finally fucking finished the series. Regardless, though, you guys wanted to look for a boat. Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So you arrive at the Purple Rocks. They don't look as purple as advertised. They're basically some slightly smaller versions of the outcroppings that you guys have been seeing throughout your journey. There are a couple of small settlements on them, it looks like. Nobody pays too much attention to you as you go. Igaron actually leaves his rooms when you all arrive at the Purple Rocks. He goes about talking to the ogres and the kobolds that are still here and making sure that they're manning the ballista and keeping a lookout.
Let's try to give him a thankful nod. And get back to looking around for this damn ship.
Indeed. Will Igaron let us borrow his hippogriffs, right?
He does.
Because I lack a flying mount, so... Will he allow us to borrow the hippogriffs to do the search with so we can find this thing as fast as possible?
He shrugs, kind of says, why not? Why not?
Oh, because you're really pissed at us about the dragon?
Ox.
Get your asses on those hippogriffs and get off my boat. My castle. Please ignore that he said boat.
Done and done. Go find some mounts. pull Ox along. Darling, we really need to work on your tact.
All right.
Is that a boat term? Never was much one for this whole marine life, I have to admit.
Make ready the hatches, batten down the gunwales, mitt the scallion.
That's so annoying.
Oh, are you, like, do you actually sail?
Not really, but Ugh.
Yeah, I at least know some of those. Yeah, no.
Oh,
I
I
know
know
what
that
it is.
I know that they are like that. Those are either not actual terms or used completely incorrectly.
The gunnel is the railing along the side of the boat. On
Yes.
the top deck. You can't batten it down. It's fixed in place.
I am aware.
Literally telling people to lock the walls.
If it comes unbattened, you're in pretty big trouble. So battening it down is not a bad suggestion.
Yeah, we're about to fight a kraken that could become unbattened.
Right, hippogriffs.
How much do you hate us right now?
Eh.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
About as much as Iron does.
Oh no, you could never.
Oh, I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah, you could never hate you guys as much as he does.
Sadness. Blaming Adriel on that one.
I'm still saying we need to come up with a crazy scheme to get them to become best of friends.
I mean, you can
Domination?
try, but
That is both crazy and a scheme.
I
No, that's too simple to be a scheme.
I already do not like where this is going. Let's focus on the immediate trying to find the boat cultists instead. The trying to make Igeron friends with Foggy can be the B plot if you guys really want to stumble around with a B plot for a while.
Stumble and fall repeatedly.
No. See, we need to find the ship first, and then that'll be the setting for the crazy scheme.
Are we giving them a romantic cruise?
Well, I mean, I figure they'll help us fight the kraken once the kraken shows up. And then Aigron will start to fight the kraken, and then he'll get in trouble, and the dragon will come and save him.
All right, do not deliberately bring the kraken by in order to make that happen.
No.
Why not?
I mean,
Sounds like a great idea.
look, nobody really knows what's going to happen in the future, alright? So I can't make any promises.
All right. How are you guys searching for the Morkoth?
Carefully.
With my eyes.
We're each going to go in a quadrant, so one northeast, one northwest, one southeast, one southwest. We're going to fly starting at the island, zigzagging back and forth away until one of us finds the ship. And then we'll need some kind of signal.
Inks has at least got a firebolt for a flare.
You can't see a firebolt.
The purple rocks aren't big, but they're not that small.
I mean, at that point, we're probably just meeting up.
Yeah.
All right. Then Foggy is going to search apart from you guys, I guess. Igeron is going to keep looking from wherever the castle is. He's gonna kind of keep moseying about. So. Will each of you please roll me a d10? All right, Rich, will you roll me a perception check, please? Excellent. All right, Rich. You're not quite sure what you're looking at first. Doesn't really look like a rock. It doesn't really look like a ship either. But eventually you spot what looks kind of like a squid-shaped ship down below you. The top of the forward stabilizing fin is above the water, while it looks like there's tentacle trails trailing behind it.
I'm sure that's nothing.
And it looks like there's a deck and a ship, for like a ship.
Are we about to meet Captain Nemo?
If you will give me a moment, I will drop you on the. All right. So you have kind of a view of it from the air. It is not a great view, but it is a view.
Very black.
Yeah, is it nighttime?
Oh, fuck. Can you not? I thought I revealed the portion of it with the side view to you guys. I pinged it and everything.
You're picking a black screen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Motherfucker. Okay.
See, it's hiding in blackness.
Regardless, you have
It's
found.
squid ink! Fuck!
Oh, yep, that's why. That's why I found why. Dynamic lighting was also enabled.
Hooray!
Fucking dynamic lighting. Okay, there you go. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Well, I know
Okay.
a forecastle.
There's a ship. This is kind of the best view of it you have so far.
It's an interesting view from above.
Sorry?
It's an interesting view from above.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I have a limited number of, non-battle mappy shots of this ship, so... What do you want to do? You're kind of far off at the moment. You can see the general details of the ship, but you can't really make out any people on it or any specific details.
And we thought we were looking for a kraken.
No, we were looking for the boat.
Yeah. You're looking for a boat that has a slumbering king upon it.
At least 2 out of the 4 members of the party are actually hoping there's not a kraken. I don't know about you.
I mean, I don't know.
Can you imagine making a kraken dance?
I bet they'd be pretty good at it.
They've got the limbs and sort of the decks for it.
I would
So,
like
no,
to see
they
their
have 8 left
interpretation of a
feet.
dance.
Darud. All I'm saying.
Yeah, what is this
That
Darude
spell was
from, anyways?
awesome.
plenty of there's gotta be plenty of glow sticks for each one of the tentacles.
It does give appropriate accoutrements for all those present to dance. Anyhow, what do? Enemy ship on horizon. What do?
I would let the others know about it.
Alright. You're not going in any closer or anything?
Not yet.
Alright. So, y'all meet up at end of day. Rich, you found the ship. You can tell the other people, as one does.
I found the Kraken.
You did what?
I found the Kraken. Like, isn't that what we were looking for?
No.
Not at all.
Well, it's here now, so we should go look at it.
No, I think we would know where to avoid in that case. Did you find the ship?
Ship?
Richard!
Yeah. Look, it looks like a really big squid, which is what I thought the Kraken was.
Kraken's a really big octopus. Honest, common mistake.
Yes, did you see a very big squid or did you see a ship?
Yes.
Why do I bother?
You're not wrong. It's even more obvious when you look at it from above. From actual above.
Let's suppose you saw a giant while you were over there.
I don't know, did I?
You saw what's in that side view.
No, I just saw a couple of castles. Looked like one before and one after.
Don't know
Oh
nautical
no,
terms.
we're outcastled.
Whereabout was it?
You can give them directions to where it was.
Yeah, I give the general direction. Say about over there.
And was it moving?
Yes.
Yes. It's sailing.
Kind of weird how it kept staying on top of the water, though.
Do you know how fast it was moving and in what direction, roughly?
So I would give my best approximation of that.
Alright. Which is pretty good.
Okay. So from there, we'll be able to figure out about where it should be when we go out and look again.
Let the group know.
Alright. You want to tell Iberon and or Foggy as well?
That's what Inks is doing.
I'll let Foggy know.
So everybody kind of converges over where you last spotted the over where the Morkoth is. You can find it again without too much trouble. So, everybody is hanging out, spotting this weird ship.
And can we see into that giant bay?
Not from your current distance. If you got closer, maybe. The view is not to scale.
I was expecting a much bigger boat.
It is much bigger. It should be anyways. There's no fucking way this ship is only like 50 feet from gunwale to gunwale.
That's more of a rowboat at that point.
Yeah.
But flying above, can we see that there's a sleeping giant in it, is what I'm asking.
I mean, if you got a bit closer, yes, you could definitely see that there's a sleeping giant in it.
Then this is our goal. Does anyone have any last minute preparation they want to do?
Good question.
Make a perception check. All right. Oh, there's Ox. All right. Ox, you do spot some ballista on the deck. You also spot some pretty rude looking dudes.
The question is, are we bad enough dudes to rescue the king?
Thinking the same thing.
That's the spirit. That is the question now.
I think the answer is we have to be.
So here's an idea. Let's blow up the boat and then get him out when it's sinking.
So
That sounds like a
Blowing
bad
up
idea.
the storm giant on the ship.
just
I don't think he's immune to explosions, Richard.
Fun fact, he is on the bottom deck of the ship.
And
I mean, if you want to blow up the ship, you want to blow up the ship. Don't let me stop you.
I mean, don't they live underwater? Or can't they live underwater?
Technically, yes. I'm reasonably sure.
While he's in whatever condition he's in, I'm less sure.
And he probably just falls down into the Kraken's mouth. Darling, you've been with us for long enough. We don't need to blow things up most of the time.
Right, but now would be a great opportunity that like solves multiple problems at once.
I'm not saying blowing up the ship is necessarily a bad idea. I'm saying that we should try and get the Storm King at least awake first.
Yes. We can't teleport with him if he's sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
I say we just dimension door in and throw everybody off the boat.
I'm okay with doing that for as long as that lasts.
I mean, there's only 9 of them.
that you can see from your hippogriffs way up in the air.
Could we perhaps sneaky and break the chains?
That is
That
what
is what
we're
we're better at.
You could try, yes. There's also definitely more than 8 people on the upper deck. That's just as many as can fit on this teeny map.
Idea.
Can thralls be charmed?
Greater invisibility ox, and then just, like, dive bomb the boat while invisible. Land, break the chains.
Weren't you about as sneaky as a giant last I checked?
I have +4 stealth. So, I mean, it's nothing, like, amazing. But that's why we have greater invisibility. Plus, I have slow fall and just the ability to ignore damage if needed. So, I mean, I literally could just drop out of the sky and land the boat.
The question is, do we alert everyone on the boat at once, including any that might be sleeping?
Not on purpose, but I don't think we're going to get very far without setting up the alarm.
Oh, yes. I was curious, because I have my rod of rulership. Like, can I charm thralls?
Worth a shot.
It's unclear how many of them are thralls.
Some of them might not be, so it might work.
And from what we saw before, the Kraken can't make them do what he wants them to do. He can just kill them if they're doing something he doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking the dive bomb ox as an opener, though.
Yeah, I will actually take minimal damage from falling, even from like, however high up we can do it.
And then he caused a mess, and then once the panic is good and going, we all land. The rest of us come down and start doing what we do.
Well, either cause a mess or sneakily try to break chains. Either one.
I'm all about the sneaky at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we won't be able to do it after, so let's try that first, yeah.
Well, it's either invisible ox, dive bomb, try to break chains, or visible ox, dive bomb, start causing chaos. Rich teleports in and starts breaking chains, while Inks and Adriel come to back ox up.
We start with invisible ox, and then when he gets visible, the rest of us will come in.
I'm pretty sneaky. So
You want to go on your own?
I mean, we can try that.
Or
Because
can
I
we
can always
do visibility?
do what?
Is there any way to get both of you invisible?
I don't need the invisibility. I mean, I guess if it would somehow help, but
I unfortunately do not have that to twin it.
I should already get advantage on stealth checks.
Boots of Elven Kind?
Yep.
Right. All right. So
I'm not particularly sneaky, so why don't we send the sneaky guys in first then? And we'll keep an eye out, and when it looks like they're panicking, we'll come down and cause mayhem.
Sounds good.
all right.
Thanks, I
So-
just use the carpet.
The hold with the king is wide open to the air. You can dive bomb directly into it if you want.
Just please do not land on the King Ox. That is the only rule. And don't break the ship so much it sinks at first.
Please don't kill him.
I mean, I'm not planning on doing much damage in the dive bomb.
Wouldn't it wake him up?
I mean,
If he hasn't been woken up yet, there might be a reason for that. I mean, generally, like, a yelling storm giant king. Someone would hear that eventually. So I assume there's some reason he hasn't been fighting back, so just expect that to be a little bit more difficult.
I mean, you don't see any movement from him.
Not even breathing?
You're kind of high for that again, but
can we see how he's chained up? Like, are the chains attached to the bottom of the boat, or is he
they
like?
are attached to the hull of the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he at all like tied up with like just being like wrapped by anything, like the chains or anything?
Just the chains.
Okay.
The demonstrations are on him are the ones you guys can see.
So remove the chains, wake them up. Whatever
Well-
that involves.
So I mean, at this point, I'm thinking, what if we can't wake him up? And so, my thought process is maybe it might be best to leave him chained up, just disattach the chains from the hull, so that we can just sort of get like a giant fishing hook from the castle and pull him up while the boat sinks.
I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean, if we can't wake the giant up, let's just assume that for a moment because we have no idea what's keeping him asleep. How do you propose to get him out of the boat?
We're all going to teleport to Maelstrom with the conch.
Will that work if he's asleep and unable to consent?
Well, that's why we need to wake him up, but,
Right, but we don't know whether or not we can wake him up.
There's gotta be some magic that needs to be dispelled on him. We have dispel scrolls.
Alright. Well, I say
If
we
we
just go
can't
ahead and
wake him
go.
up and we can secure the boat, we'll try that. And we'll just reattach the chains or something. We'll find something to hook to him.
Yeah. Listen, any plan falls apart when it first meets the enemy, so I say we just don't even bother doing any more planning and just go.
Yep, do it.
Alright.
Alright. Can I get an invisibility from Rich?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh,
As-
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just excited that you're finally done planning.
Yeah. As soon as the invisibility is cast, Ox is just jumping over the side.
Should I haste?
I mean, if you haste it may run out before he hits bottom. Haste a minute?
Haste a minute, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, it's just a thought.
Anyway, I should probably go ahead and roll the falling damage.
Yes. Go ahead and do that.
26.
Of course.
Higher rolls than expected.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Of course. You fell like fucking 500 feet through
Actually,
the air.
you know what? Let me rage while I'm doing that. And would rage apply before or after slow fall?
There is a general rule for that.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it is.
Well, see, I'm thinking before, because slow fall is like an action that I would take, whereas rage is just more of like a passive thing.
I mean, that does make sense. I reserve the right to change in the future, however.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I really doubt I'm ever going to need to use slow fall again.
That's fair.
Well, in that case, I would take nothing.
Alright. Alright, neat. Rich, you dimension door in. I will reveal to you the lower deck.
Official rules resistance reduction happens first.
Oh, okay.
So there are a pair of cultists on the bottom level, but there is only the two of them. And the motherfucking king himself. King Hecaton of the Storm Giants. Please roll stealth against the cultists, Rich. Okay, I don't think they can beat that, so you successfully hide the fanfare of your dimension dooring into the hold. So the king lies wrapped in magical chains. They are very clearly magical. They are glowing. There are runes inscribed upon them. They are secured to the hull. The king is lying there motionless. It's as if he's lost in time. Or frozen in time. That's
Ooh.
the expression.
This is like a stasis ship.
So, 2 cultists, 4 chains, 1 storm giant king.
Can are the cultists in each other's line of sight?
No. The 28-foot tall, several feet high king is in the way.
Okay. I'm thinking we should take out the cultists first. Which, especially since I'm still enraged and invisible, I feel like I can take them out pretty quickly.
Go for it.
Yeah, but
I really hope so.
that they would hear us and look down from above.
Yeah, can anybody see them from above?
You don't see anybody looking down.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the top left one then.
Should we try dispelling the chains first, just real quick?
I mean, I feel like we should take these 2 guards out first.
I mean, I can't really do anything sneakily, but if you want to take at least one of them out, go for it.
Yeah.
I will try dispelling the chains.
Okay. Would I get advantage since I'm hidden? So,
Yes.
all right.
I don't think you'll need it, but yes, you'll get advantage.
Let me know if I need to roll another one.
You only needed to roll one. You rolled double of both his AC and his health.
Oh, so he just runs over to the other one then.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Alright, you kill both the poor defenseless cultists before either of them know you're there.
Cool.
Good job. You killed the very
You
weird
are
dude.
ninja.
Alright. Good job.
Those were actually terrible rolls on the damage.
Yeah, but you have absurd modifiers for it.
Even the hits are bad.
Yep. Alright. So you wanted to try dispelling the king's. I need to check real quick how dispel magic interacts with objects. Hmm. 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 So you can try to dispel on one of the chains if you want. There are 4 separate chains here.
Yeah, I got the scroll, so might as well try it.
2 times 2 chains.
Do you want me to try just breaking first? While I still have rage going? Because it's about
I
to
feel
drop
like-
off.
Well, this would be in the same round, right?
That's fair.
Sure. If you want to dispel first or punch it first, up to you.
I feel like dispelling would be better because punching.
Okay. Roll a spellcasting ability check. This ain't some 3rd level shit.
What would that be exactly?
Charisma with proficiency.
Just what your attack with any kind of spell would be.
Do not succeed in dispelling anything. There is a brief lull in the glow, briefly glowing less brightly, but the dispel magic does not succeed.
Do you have lucky?
Nope.
If you have generic ability check mods, those will apply too.
How about we try to burn it through the deck?
I'm sorry, you want to do what now?
Don't sink the ship.
Let me try breaking it first. Say, still have
Well-
rage.
We can do both at the same time.
That's
Make an attack roll on the chains.
okay.
It's gonna drop your invisibility too, by the way.
It's greater.
Greater invisibility?
I was gonna do regular invisibility because I have that for free and don't have to use a slot for it.
Oh, well then I would have already lost it killing the guards.
Well, you killed them so fucking fast they didn't even notice. Their death was quick. But yes, you are no longer. How do you have advantage on this?
I guess I would not do that recklessly. So that would be a 22 to hit.
I mean, it still
forgot that-
hits. It still hits. I was just curious as to why you had advantage on this roll. Okay.
I wouldn't for an attack. I would for an athletics check. That's why I still
Right.
had the flag on.
Your punches are magical weapons. So, you shatter one chain. Several things happen all at once. The chain shatters. The king shuffles a little bit, but then goes back to appearing frozen. And a loud, blaring alarm starts ringing through the ship.
Can we hear the alarm from the sky?
Oh yeah, this is not a subtle alarm. Everybody on the Morkoth now knows that somebody just broke one of the chains in the hold.
All right, so instead of doing the heat, I'm going to throw a fireball right up here.
Sorry, you're going to throw a fireball where? Right up where?
At the back, at the aft castle.
Okay.
The top of it.
Before you do that, however, I'd like you to... Okay, first things first. I'm going to switch you over to the actual map for this, which unfortunately I made assuming that you guys were going to be on the top deck. So you're going to have to bear with me a bit. And I'm going to ask everybody currently present to roll initiative.
Define currently present.
Not really.
Like, fine.
As soon as the cultists roll their fucking initiative properly. Alright. So, Rich Ox, you are down in the hold, which we're gonna say is about 50 feet below the top deck where these dudes are. You wanted to throw a fireball. Yeah?
I don't know if I'm going to have the angle for it at this point.
Yeah. It is kind of a bad time.
How high is the wall again?
Call it 50 feet, like, up from where you are. They're not on this map because I'm going to assume this, but there are ladders up to the top deck. There's just another deck in between as well.
Probably just going to stay hidden then.
All right, you're just going to stay on the bottom deck. All right. So then, the assassin on the top deck is going to run right over to the edge along with his buddy. He probably can't see Rich. He cannot see Rich. But Ox, you are standing out in the open. Neither of those hits you, though, because Rule can't roll for shit, and the cultists with him don't have anything that reaches that far. The other cultists on deck, however, begin turning the ballista in towards the center of the boat, towards where you guys would be.
It's going to be one hell of an arc.
These rude dudes are going to start heading toward the second deck. And you hear some feet stomping from above as well, as some more guys begin heading down. Those dudes are all on the second deck. They're just kind of... I only have so many decks. So, Ox, what do you want to do?
Should I keep breaking chains or should I start fighting people?
Since they're not here yet, I would say keep breaking chains.
Okay. There's, 4 chains? One for each limb?
Not quite, but there are 4 chains, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's one like this, one like this.
Yeah.
I just broke that one, and there's one there.
Yes.
Okay. I will run over to this shoulder. And, go ahead and hit it.
So, your first punch actually glances off the chain. Its magic deflects it. The second one hits true, though, and shatters this one again. And the second alarm, just as blaring and piercing as the last. So the king isn't actually that big. He's 28 feet tall.
I don't think I can scale that, unfortunately.
Oh, he's lying down. Oh, you mean in that way? Yeah, no, he's not nearly that tall.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, how far apart are the chains? Basically, I'm trying to figure out if I could reach the next set of chains.
Yeah, no, I got you. Don't worry.
So I moved from one shoulder to the next, and so the next question is, can I reach the one
It would be 25 feet probably to the next chain.
Okay. So I've got 50 feet of movement, so I could probably reach the second set of chains then.
Okay. Go for it. Make another attack.
Yeah, not gonna flurry of blows, just regular offhand.
Okay. That will also hit and smash a third chain. The king begins to twitch a little bit more. Oh shit, I moved all the cultists on Rule's turn. Fuck. Oh. So, Adriel. Inks.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you doing in all of this madness?
Well, once we hear the alarms and see the sudden movement, I'm gonna move down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's time to either carpet in or dimension door.
You want to
go for those guys?
Want to go for those guys? All right. All right, Inks, you want to drop in as well?
She might try to stay at least a little further away on the carpet.
Okay.
Keep off radar as much as possible.
Right. All right. Will both of you please roll initiative? You're going to be joined by a friend. Assuming you don't tell him not to come.
And we'll tell him nothing of the sort.
Excellent.
Shoot, I need my token up first.
Yes, you should do that. Oh, come on. Foggy! Fuck!
I always pop out my character sheet into a different window, and then I can't get my token down until I move it back.
Yeah, you can.
No?
Yeah, I usually.
I did it just now.
I can never
You
seem to
click
do
on the
that.
picture, and then drag it out, and then just click on the map somewhere.
Huh. Well, I've yet to try that yet. I'll try it next time. Come on, sheet. I believe in you. It's still slow even when it's not pulled out into a different window. I wonder if it's just all the spells.
Alright. So, the battle is joined. Rich! So, there is a bunch of very rude looking dudes on the second deck who look like they're going to try and come down and fight you. Those guys are on the third deck.
Yeah, but I can hit them now.
That's true. You can. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes, very much so.
Alright, go for it. Fucking give her, eh?
I did.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. The cultists literally cannot save that. The assassin will save it, and he has evasion. But you get all four of the dudes with him. As they, doesn't matter if they save or not. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. Awesome. Alright. Adriel.
Keep in mind, I'm still on the hippogriff.
You are, but are you on the deck?
I would probably still be a good 30, 40 feet up.
Okay. So, wary of the giant fireball that just killed his dudes, Rule is going to step back some from the edge. Like he's a man of common sense or something.
Shit, we don't know how to deal with those.
I know,
What
right?
is this unicorn?
Alright. So he rolls with advantage because you haven't taken a turn yet. And he crits because you also haven't taken a turn yet. Oh, wait, no, that's only against surprise creatures. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm totally not surprised. I'm well aware that combat is happening.
You are definitely not surprised. You have not taken a turn yet, though. So he doesn't matter, but
Well, it might matter. Do I have reactions?
Alright, and then make me a con save against poison, if it matters.
I'm immune to poison.
So you are. Alright, then you do
So
not
good.
you do not need to make a con save against poison. Against poison damage or against being poisoned?
Both.
Okay. And that is Rule's turn. Ox, you are up.
All right. Jump over to the other leg and try to break that chain.
Another chain? And with a final smash and creak up, and an explosion of magical energy. The last chain shatters, and the Storm King opens his eyes.
Cool.
Looks around. He does not say anything just yet. But I'm going to
How
roll.
far up is this group of people?
Call it
Flash,
25.
can I see them? Okay.
You can see them. They're being very loud and obnoxious.
All right. I'll blow a key point to Step of the Wind so I can dash and just run straight up the wall towards them
Okay?
and try to take one of them out.
Okay. Who are you going for? Guy in red?
Yeah, just the first one that I run into.
19 plus 16. I think that kills him.
The 19 was on the chain.
Oh, right.
The
Okay. The 16 will hit him, but it will not kill him. He is stunned that you fucking dashed so far and punched him so hard.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all I can do for now.
All right. Inks, you're up.
All right, so getting down a bit closer in the carpet, what can Ink see from, like, I can't move my token. Why can't I move it? Oh wait, why does it? Oh, that was really weird. I can grab my token from the space next to the token.
Huh.
That is very odd. Simpsons Adriel's over there, Dragon's over there. She might be coming down. Around here-ish, and kind of heading towards the storm giant, getting close enough because she was expecting to have to, like, dispel magic on something. Like,
Oh, wow. You rolled good.
flying somewhere above, maybe like the middle area there. It's all darkness, so I'm wary to suddenly put myself in darkness. What can she see?
The king is standing up. He is 28 feet tall, so you can see him.
Oh boy!
You may also notice Rich down there kind of next to him, and Ox beating up some rude dudes on the second deck. Foggy is north of you. He looks as if he's about to menace those poor boys next to that ballista. You can see everything that's on the map.
Okay, Well, she's gonna stay within a non-swatting distance of the king, but she's going to, at least seeing that he's aware, she's gonna use thaumaturgy to make herself a little bit louder so he hears her. And yell, King Hakatan, we're here to rescue you! By orders of your daughter Sarissa!
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you dropped his daughter's name. Ah, yes, the classics.
Size doesn't matter. Waiting for it to load. Oh, that was an advantage.
What to say?
That was really weird because I told it to use advantage. Damn it. Can I use a luck point to do one more?
I mean, if you have the lucky feet, yes.
Yes.
It's explicitly a thing
That I do.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Fun fact, the way the lucky feat is written, even if you have disadvantage, you can use the lucky feat and choose what the higher disadvantage roll.
Yep.
Always nice.
I actually like that, as long as the people aren't cheesing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't self-impose disadvantage just to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you ever crit on a disadvantage roll and lose your crit, you can use lucky to get it back.
It's the Jack Sparrow style of fighting.
Yes.
Or you just go Divination Wizard and force your crits anyway.
Wow. Nice.
Why not both?
Oh no.
How the fuck does that happen? Well, you guys are going to be rolling high.
Alright. Unfortunately, it seems as if your entreaty to the king falls upon deaf ears. You leave my daughter out of this! He scoops and picks up the remnants of one of the chains that was left after Ox broke them. Lord's alliance indeed. I'll see your alliance wrecked upon the waves for this treachery. He cracks the chain like a whip.
Oh, no.
So yeah, he mad. Adriel. What's good?
Right. So it isn't escape time yet. That's okay. Totes. All right. So I'm gonna fly down and attack this guy here. Just one.
Alright. Alright. Go for it. He's dead.
Oh, I have advantage on these on anyone medium or smaller.
Doesn't matter, he's still dead with the 15.
Oh yeah. No, that might matter in a bit. The hippocraft will dash so that I can get the extra movement for this. So it's down 40. Its fly is 60, so I have 80 left. That's 50 of that. I'm going to attack this guy.
All right.
And I'm going to drop a smite on that.
All right, the 25 will hit him. Roll your smite.
For an extra 9, so total of 19 damage.
All right, awesome. You guessed correct. He is not a fiend or undead.
And probably back up a bit so that we're not right on the deck.
All right. You do take an opportunity attack for that.
I do.
23 hit you?
No, because I cast shield.
Fair enough. All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. So, this is the red-blue cultist's turn. All right. So, Ox.
Yep.
How do you feel about wisdom saves?
They're okay.
So that guy that you just punched, he points a finger at you and shouts, "Hold! Hold, I say!" And casts Hold Person.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So does
10?
yeah. These are not strong monsters. So does the guy next to him. And so does the guy, the red guy next to him.
I rolled shitty so that you could roll well.
I mean, I'd have to roll a 5 or below to fail these.
Yeah, they do not.
Welcome to my world.
But
They do
it's
not.
hilarious that the wisdom save just gets higher and higher each time.
I'll tell him to stop. He's like, no.
They are not good spellcasters. The blue tapped guy behind him, however, is going to. What's he going to do? He's going to cast Fly on himself. He is going to fly up. Fly up and over. So he is about level with the first deck now, for anybody who cares. And those dudes behind the red guys are going to take turns moving up and trying to slash at you, Ox. Yep, none of them hit you.
Yeah.
Your AC is above 22, right?
It's 21 right now since I don't have tank form activated. But I also have Cloak of Displacement, so even if one of them was lucky enough to try to hit me, they'd have to do it twice.
Right. Oof, that is rough for them.
If they're walking away after that, you said they're walking up and then backing out so they can each take turns. I get an opportunity to back up to them.
You get an opportunity. You get one opportunity attack.
Right, as I said.
Okay, go for it. Yep, you kill one of them.
Sweet.
One of them's dead. This last bunch of dudes over here. Two of them are going to move over. Hey, Inks, how do you feel about wisdom saves?
Is she high enough in the air? Because she was trying to talk to the king from the air.
That's true. Old person is 60 feet. You're only 25, 30 feet over from
That's
them.
true.
The king is, in fact, 25 feet below. 20 feet below where you are now. Or below the first deck.
Okay.
He's very tall, but he's not 50 feet tall.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and roll wisdom saves for Foggy. Nope, he passes.
She just said I'm slow.
Barely.
Fuck it, I'm counterspelling the other one.
Alright.
Those days, huh?
Yep.
It's one of those days. Alright. That's fair. Alright, you counterspell the other one, no problem. Foggy should be below the cultists. He has lower decks than they do. So, my cultist boys, specifically the ones who have ballista, are going to take some turns now. My
I
ballista
really hope
boys.
a two-man crew can't operate it.
I mean, it was preloaded. They'll be slower, but they're not like. Inks, how do you feel about an 18 to hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right. Take your damage. So
What kind of damage is that?
that is piercing,
Ow.
non-magical piercing. So yeah, they fire a ballista bolt at you, and it catches you in the arm and does some nice damage. Adriel.
Nerp.
Neither of those will hit you. A pair of ballista bolts whiz by you and thud into the deck. Crash
Nimbly
through
fly between.
Yeah, they crash through the deck actually and down to the second one. Ballista boys up at the top right are actually going to shoot at Inks. Does a 16 also hit you?
Yes.
All right, there is some more damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's okay. It's Foggy's turn now. Foggy heads over to the guys who are around the ballista. He's got a frightful presence, and I'll roll all the saving throws for that in a moment. But first, he is going to make a bite attack at the top guy, and he will hit him and rip him in two with his jaws. And then he's going to claw attack at the lower ballista boy and rip him in half with claws. Then he's going to head over and make one final claw attack and kill that last one too.
Good job.
Fuck yeah. So, those guys are dead. Right. So we are at the top of initiative once more. We have one more person joining the fray. A lovely-looking fellow in archmage robes comes flying out from underneath. He looks prepared. Well, are you Otto's irresistible dancer then?
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
Okay, he rolls a 5 on initiative, so yes, you can do that. You are not within 30 feet of him.
How about now?
He's like at the top deck and you're at the bottom. So you're still not quite within 30 feet of him. Like he's literally like 50 feet above you is kind of part of the problem here.
Is he now?
Yes. He's like at the first deck. And you're
Yes,
still
I'm bad at math.
You could try talking to the giant.
Yeah, maybe you can do it if you can't. Please.
that might not be a bad idea.
You've heard Ink's basically like booming voice at him explaining things.
Right, but I feel like throwing this here and getting rid of the trash may not be a bad idea either.
I mean, it's your call.
Who are you fireballing?
Not you for once.
I'm just gonna say that Storm Giant's probably going to attack us.
Oh, you don't have to worry about the trash near me. They're pretty much dead already.
Right, but I want to see. But I still think it'd be sweet to see you run up a wall and punch that one dude.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So, fireball?
Yes.
All right. So once again, the basic cultists literally cannot save against that. So they all gonna die.
I imagine the one I hit already would also do the same.
He could potentially live, actually.
Oh, good for him.
It is unlikely. Yep. Shit, one of them actually saved. So yeah, the one you punched dies. They both live. One of them is just significantly more fucked than the other. They're both pretty fucked up, though. All right. Rich, is that all you got for your turn?
I mean, unless there's something else I can do, which I don't think there is.
All right, cool. All right. So it's the king's turn. 5 guesses as for who's the closest to the king.
I think that Archmage guy that was the one that did this to you.
Alas. Ox.
Yep.
How do you feel about big giants with chains?
Yeah, it happened.
At least the chain is no longer magical?
It still counts as a magical weapon, I think.
So
Actually,
if I have
I have an even better idea. He's gonna move over here. He reaches back one of his hands, and lightning coalesces in it. And with a roar of traitors, he throws it at Ox and the cultists up there. Please make a dex save, Ox.
That is a highly unfortunate roll.
It is.
It's alright. As long as it's just damage, it's not that big of a deal.
It is just damage for this one.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of damage, but still.
It's
Actually,
22
both-
damage, and I have 15 temp health anyways, so
Okay.
it's basically just a scratch. Actually, yeah,
Both of those dudes
It has
die.
been a flesh wound.
right. And because they die, I get the temp health back immediately, so really I take 7 damage.
Alright. Alright.
Oh, I guess I didn't do that, so now I lose the temp health too.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll get it back soon enough.
Alright. It is the assassin's turn. He is going to. Actually, he's going to fucking book it. And try to put some distance between himself and the elven woman who's trying to kill him. $20 hit you?
Is he gonna put enough distance?
I mean, that's as much distance as he can put in one round without, well, still being able to attack. So, does 20 hit you?
Nope.
All right.
It's close. That bounces off my magical armor.
Yeah.
My magical aura.
All right, Ox, you're up.
Turn to the giant king real quick. It's hardly any way to treat someone who just freed you. And then turn around, run over here and straight up the wall towards this guy, beat the shit out of him.
All right. Yeah. 31 will hit the squishy mage.
Is he still up though?
Yes.
Alright, we'll hit him again.
Nice.
What isn't?
Does he have to like? Is there? He's flying, right? Is it like concentration on fly?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. You killed him anyway.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, you hit him with a pair of punches and just fucking drop him. And
Yeah.
his
Okay.
corpse, the remnants of the fly spell make his corpse float slowly to the bottom deck instead of just splatting.
Waves back and forth like a leaf.
I am a leaf on the wind.
And then I guess bonus action. I'll go ahead and pull out a dart and throw it at this archmage.
Alright. Go for it. That will not hit him.
Oh well. That will be.
Alright. Inks, you're up.
Well, at this point, she's trying to fly away from those damn ballistas and the people there, so she's gonna use the carpet to get as close as she can to the king again and try once again to get him to listen to reason.
Here's the question. Can you roll above a 5?
That is the question indeed. Let's figure it out.
Also, you may not want to get too close.
Yeah, not too close, but at least so that he might be able to hear her. Even well, she still has thaumaturgy, so maybe that'll help.
Just make sure Ox is still closer to him than you are.
Yeah, I think you still will be at this point. I think the carpet is 40 feet, right? Or is it 60?
I think it's 60.
Now I have to be able to read. Maybe like back there, I think Ox is still closer. She's going to beseech him to listen about how the Lord's Alliance was scapegoated and we're here to rescue him from these assholes.
Make another persuasion check. With disadvantage this time. You've already tried once. He was very angry after your first attempt.
There we go.
That is lucked to normal.
Alright.
If you're using luck, it's not. It doesn't cancel out the disadvantage. You actually roll 3 dice and pick from them.
Oh. Are you fine?
I don't think I can stand waiting another, 3 minutes for this to actually roll.
I can at least set it to advantage this time because I'm pretty sure I got that working. I don't know why it didn't last time.
It's a nice range on that attack, though.
Right?
The king looks slightly less murderous. He looks as if he might actually have listened to your words.
Like, let us all just dispatch these bloody Kraken Brotherhoods and get you back to Maelstrom.
The king looks a bit less murderous for now. Adriel, you up?
I can see Ox moving in the direction of the Archmage, so I'm going to deal with the assassin first. So he's good and dealt with.
I.
So fly out to here. Make a couple attacks. Actually, no, I'm going to use Booming Blade on this one. So 1 attack with Booming Blade.
Okay.
$28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I will be throwing a Divine Smite on that. Third
Right.
level.
Ooh, nice.
So 10, 8, and 19. 18 and 19 is 40 minus 3. 37 total damage.
Nice. He is looking pretty significantly bloodied. Your whip sword cracks into him with a boom of thunder and a surge of divine light. You're looking pretty hurt. You caught him in the upper chest and he's bleeding pretty bad.
Okay, if he tries to move again, he takes 17 more. He's aware of cause damage.
Yep. He's kind of looking around at the energy around him. You can tell that he's kind of weighing in his head. Should I move or should I not?
I'm okay with it.
All right. More cultists. All right. So it is the non-ballista bros' turns. So the upper two are going to try and cast. Oh wait, they can't cast Hold Person on Felgalos. Damn. These two are going to run over. They're going to try and cast Hold Person on Inks again. So, Inks, if you would please make me a pair of Wisdom saves. The DC is 10. These two are going to come over here. They are going to both cast Hold Person at Rich. So, Rich, if you could make a... if you could make a pair of Wisdom saves as well, that would be awesome.
God damn. I have to use my last luck on that shit.
You are currently paralyzed unless you do. You are...
I mean, there's probably a decent chance that Foggy will kill them before anything happens.
I'm going to say, if he doesn't, I probably will, so.
Yeah. I could at least counterspell the first one, but...
Well, your second d20 would give you a save on the second one, then. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Oh, that's true. I didn't do the... Okay, so counterspell the first one and the second one.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright. That is all the non-cultist... all the non-ballista boys that are left. Which means I really should rearrange these. There, we're going to rearrange those. It is the ballista boys' turn, however. So, being 3 of them, they are very good at reloading this ballista very quickly. Hey, Inks,
Fucking fuck.
how do you feel about ballistas?
Ow.
Foggy basically dismantled the upper right one. Who's closest to this one?
I am, but are they able to reload that quick?
They are not, that's true. There's only the two of them. So they'll be ready to fire next turn. Ox, you are within range of this one. The barrels do give you half cover, though. In the event it's necessary, which it is not.
It's weird that I was actually kind of hoping that would hit so I could deflect it and throw it back.
No, that's not weird at all, actually. So a pair of ballista bolts miss. Now it's Foggy's turn. Foggy's kind of going to move down. He's going to line his head up. He's going to rear his head back like you saw the ancient dragon do. Lightning collecting in his mouth. And breathe it all out. And I'm reasonably certain they're going to die. Actually, yeah, they cannot save against that. Even if they do save, they're still dead. So that's his turn.
He just had like bolts in her and like peeking over. Thank you, darling.
All right. So. Rich.
I don't like it.
You don't even know what it is yet.
That doesn't matter.
Oh fuck.
I think I'll use my inspiration on that one.
All right. So he attempts to banish you. You do, however, manage to defeat his efforts. He maneuvers up and over this way. Speaking of which, though, it is your turn again. What up?
How far up these steps can I make it?
You can make it to the second deck and probably halfway up to the third one. So that puts you maybe 10 feet below the separate deck. Or below the top deck.
I will do that and then cast Blink on myself.
All right, cool. So you vanish into the ethereal plane.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, awesome. So, Hecaton, on his turn, is going to move forward. He's kind of going to clamber up the two decks of because he's basically the same size as them. He'll come to rest up here. He spots Rule, the assassin, across from him. Ah, darn. His lightning bolt didn't recharge. You! I remember you. You were there! And he steps forward and fucking stomps on the ground. And a thunderclap echoes out from it. Nobody else is within 15 feet of him, right?
Further than that.
The assassin staggers. Bleeding from his ears, but still just barely standing. On his turn, he looks up at the Storm King looming over him and glaring at him. He spits a curse, pulls a light crossbow from his belt, and tries to take a shot. Oh, hi!
Fuck.
And tries to take a shot at him. He manages to find a chink in Hecaton's natural armor. Actually does a little bit of damage to him. Hecaton looks at the bolt, snaps it off, and throws it back at the assassin. Ox, you're up.
All right. Go ahead and step of the wind to dash over here.
All right.
And proceed to take a few shots at the Archmage.
All right. That'll hit. That'll hit.
And that's it for me.
All right. So the Archmage is just hovering a little bit above the deck. You sprint over to him, give him a couple of nice pops to the chest, but he is still up and going.
If he's hovering due to a flight spell or anything like that, he should have to make a concentration
You are
save
correct. He will.
for each hit.
Yes. Yes, he will.
Actually, you know what? Can I go ahead and throw a stunning strike on one of those hits?
Ox, get on the other side of him, please.
Oof. So he is stunned. I'm going to assume it was the latter one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is
Please move to the other side of him.
What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna try to hit him and the other 4, but I can only do that. I can only time that if you're on the other side. You're not between them.
How about if I move there?
Yes, possibly.
Okay. I will end my turn there then.
Okay. What are you doing exactly?
They're gonna get synaptic static.
I'm sorry, they're going to get what? Is this one of them fancy newfangled spells the kids have these days?
Yep,
Nobody
just come
told me. Nobody told me about no fancy spells like that. Seriously, what the fuck is this spell and why have I never heard of it before?
Because it's Xanathar's.
Ah. Okay. Okay. That makes much more sense.
That's evil.
Okay, so the cultists are dead. They continue to only have 9 health, so they're
Wait,
dead.
one less ballista.
Aw, I was hoping the ballista would try to shoot me.
Don't worry, I think there's still one ballista left. The Archmage saves.
Fuck that guy. Well, at least take 15 psychic damage.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do note for your turn, Rich. The Archmage is stunned, so he auto-fails Dex and Strength saves.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't do cutting words on him anyway, because even a full 10 wouldn't work. It would just match.
Yeah.
Fair point, but already did it.
Yeah. As the kids say, what is laid is played. Adrian,
moving further away.
Okay, I'm going to fly down here. As I do, I am going to mention to Foggy that if he wants to bug out now before the Storm King turns his anger that way, we would definitely not mind at all.
Yeah, it's probably a better idea, honestly.
Now is a good time to bug out if that's what he wants to do.
Thank you, friend.
So that's important. I'm going to quick cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
Targeting the top one of these two guys.
Can you quicken Green Flame Blade?
It's a cantrip.
Oh. Yeah.
It's an action.
Yeah, okay.
I get advantage on that. So I take those numbers are wrong. No, they're right. They're just crap rolls. So yeah, he'll take 15 fire, and the lower one will take 13 fire. And then for my regular action, I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade on the other guy.
All right.
So 20 to hit, he'll take 20 fire, and the top one will take another 10.
Okay, so the top one is dead. The combination of the pair of flame attacks and whip swords has just left him immolated and sliced up. And the other one is...
He took 33. Assuming a 20 hit.
The 20 does hit. Oh, yeah, okay. So then he's also dead.
Sweet. All right.
So, 2 more dead cultists. Which I think marks the end of all my non-ballista boys.
And I will fly there because I think they have the Archmage under control there.
Ah, but if you're there, the ballista's going to try to shoot you instead of me.
Sorry. I think it was going to do that anyway because I'm the big flying target.
Yeah, that's probably true.
All right. Foggy is going to take your advice and bug the fuck out before the very angry Storm King turns his attention back his way. So he's going to dash, unfurl his wings, and fucking book it. The Ballista Boys are not on initiative anymore because I deleted the token they were attached to by accident, but they're still on at 6 initiative. Oh yeah, the top guys actually get a chance to attack this turn. They spent a turn reloading and aiming. I don't think either of those hit anybody, so another pair of failed ballista bolts. The Archmage is still stunned until the end of Ox's turn, I believe.
Correct.
All right. Then Rich, we're at the top of the round again. Who are you fireballing?
I'll probably finish moving up before I do that, but I'd say, yeah, right about there so that it just catches him.
And he auto fails.
He does auto fail. He is burnt and scalded and hurting, but he is still barely alive.
He's gonna get massive overkill soon.
Almost certainly. Turn. He doesn't recharge either of his abilities. Oh well. Agaton's gonna step forward. Glaring down at the assassin. It is going to whip him with his chain. It breaks him. He's dead. He is going to move over here and make another attack against one of the Ballista boys. And that will kill him. God's damned treacherous assholes! He shouts as he tears through the cultists.
Same,
He's
dude,
dead.
same.
He's dead. Ox, you're up.
Yep. I'm gonna just go for as much overkill on this mage as we pretty much can without wasting flurry of blows.
Alright.
Fuck him!
Okay, yeah, he had 3 health left. So yeah, he's definitely dead.
And then move forward. I want to position myself so that the ballista has a nice shot at me.
Alright.
That's it.
Alright. Inks, you're up.
Huh. Okay. Well. Let us. Oh, she's gonna peek up enough to just Ray of Frost that last dude by the Storm King. Then duck back down so she's not in the line of ballista.
Alright, roll him.
Removing advantage. Like, seriously, why is it just me that this takes forever for?
Are you using 3D dice?
No, no.
Your ray of frost freezes another ballista boy. Poor ballista boy. Dead before his time. Adriel, what's up?
Actually, no, I don't have to get that close. Yeah, he's within 20 feet. Aw. I did want to fly up a bit, though, so I'm a good 30 feet out. He has to make a strength save.
Okay.
Just misses it. So he takes 3 lightning damage when he gets up there, and then I drop him.
Alright, from 30 feet up.
Yep.
Would you like to roll his fall damage?
Yes.
If you don't roll all ones, he should die. Yep, he's dead.
Hooray!
And then that was 85, so I still have 35. Fly up to there. And wait. End my turn there.
Alright. The Archmage is dead. That does mean that it's the Ballista Boy's last turn. Probably. There we go. Adriel, you do realize this means you've become closer to the Ballista than Ox has.
I know. Sorry, Ox.
Calm down there, Face McShooty. Is that his name? I can't remember.
Probably. Something like that at the very least.
It's like Shooty McFace or Face McShooty. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You know what?
Shooty McBitchface?
They're about to die anyways.
Yeah, it's Face McShooty.
Face McShooty. There we go. Let's do it. All right. They fire a ballista bolt at you, Ox.
If they already would have been aimed in that direction.
That actually would hit.
There you go. Oof. They actually rolled decently on damage this time.
Oh, fuck!
But not enough.
Yeah. 23 will hit one, but I think for the first time tonight, it will not one-hit kill a cultist. They do have more than 5 health.
It's alright.
Not much more. Not much more, but more than that.
I caught and threw a fucking ballista bolt. I'm happy.
That is entirely fair.
All right. Rich, you're up. The 2 Eldritch Blasts will kill the first cultist.
You should have 3.
Yeah, but I can't reach.
Actually,
Third.
the first one will kill the first cultist.
Oh. And you can't move up any closer.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, your Eldritch Blasts of energy fucking destroy the one that Ox threw a ballista bolt at, and you vanish to the ethereal plane. It's the king's turn. He's going to pick up the ballista there, shoulder it like a heavy crossbow along
God
with
damn.
all the spirit bolts, walk down and as soon as it rolls. Oh,
Fuck!
Jesus.
Oh my god!
all right.
Was that at the other ballista?
That is an incredible roll right there.
It's at the last ballista point. Holy shit, that's magnificent.
Yeah, I don't think that's a ballista boy anymore. I think it's just a smear.
Yeah. Fuck. Literally just red mist. All right. You've killed all of the cultists on this ship. The Storm King, after
I actually
turning
say that as I guide the hippogriff down to the deck.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
The Storm King calmly reloads his ballista and points it not quite in your direction.
We have in our possession one of the conches.
Yeah, Inks will take it out.
Where the hell did you get that? Why are you here? Who are you?
We got that from Duke. Duke's
Volta.
name I can't remember. Duke Volta.
Salto.
We are here to get you back to Maelstrom. We are people who are currently working for Duke Voltro to get you back to Maelstrom.
Well, technically we agreed for his daughter to bring him back, but also your absence has caused quite a stir among our kind. All the giants have gone crazy. Well, somewhat.
Your leadership is needed
Exactly.
in Maelstrom. Would you like to return there, Your Majesty?
What's happened in Maelstrom?
An ancient blood dragon was hidden in your midst and trying to sway your daughter. We took care of it. It's gone now, but it still lives.
And the chaos it created has not been fully undone.
I'm sure your daughter would be glad to have you back to help.
The king seems a tad distracted. Do you hear that? It's gone very quiet.
I believe that is a reason for us to move quickly if we intend to move.
We haven't punched any krakens yet.
The king heads toward the rail, ignoring your pleas with him.
We're going.
There is a noticeable swell in the water coming towards the ship.
Richard, get over here. We're going now. I need everyone close by.
You find a key on his person, but no spellbook.
Then I'll dimension door over to them.
All right.
Yeah, as soon as the group's together. Are you with us, Your Majesty?
What is that?
A kraken, and we're not dealing with it.
Fight. Fight.
Another time, Ox. Another time.
Yeah, she gets ready to blow the conch.
I'll dismount.
If you take me anywhere but to my daughter, then I will destroy you. To the best
Of course.
of my abilities.
I will be glad that we are not doing anything different. And then she blows the conch.
I'm gonna send the hippogriff away just before that happens,
All right.
so it can
The
fly home.
hippogriff goes flying to Igeron's castle. As it does, the swell of water, and as you are blowing the horn, the swell of water reaches the ship, rocking it as tentacles reach out from the depths. And just as you are disappearing from the Morkoth, they crash down towards you. You vanish. And that is where we will end for this evening.
Thank God. Because she's the one attuned to the conch, and if she got knocked the fuck out.
I mean,
Would have been problematic.
I could have always teleport circled us out of there, but that would have probably ended poorly for a lot of other people.
You can punch the Kraken when you're level 20.
But I want to punch the Kraken now.
There are starving children in Waterdeep that would love to punch a Kraken.
You know, imagine that's actually probably not true.
And are you kidding? There's definitely at least one who's like, man, when I grow up one day, I want to be an adventurer. I'm gonna punch me a goddamn Kraken.
Yep. And many of them were starving because there were plenty of refugees.
There certainly were. So yeah.
That episode has the shortest description I've ever given. We found the ship, we found the king, we got him out before getting eaten by a giant squid.
Hooray! Reverse sushi is the worst.
Yeah, it probably would be.
In Soviet Russia, sushi eat you.
All right. That was a quality time. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too.
Goddamn. I would like to think I fucked up all of those first few rolls just so that the Storm Giant King could fucking crit on that ballista, because that was glorious.
That is one hell of a roll.
Yeah, it was fucking something.
But ow, so many fucking bolts.
Yeah.
Inks does not like being shot. I'm pretty sure I have like the shittiest AC of everybody.
Yeah.
But the important thing is we actually did what we set out to do.
To be fair, you were also the only ones like floating above the deck.
Yeah, hence why she ducked down once there was nobody below the deck.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we need a nomination for somebody. It's been a while since we've done one of
Oh,
these.
it's my turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Because I keep forgetting.
I kept adding it to the sheet.
I'm gonna have to say Ox is wanting to punch the Kraken.
Yeah, so much wanting to punch the Kraken. And also offering a hug to the vampire.
That was great too. Ox was in good form today.
All right. Good times, guys. This was a good time.
Yay, I didn't die.
Congratulations.
Every time we don't die is a great time.
All right. I will see you all next week then.
See ya.
Later.
Next week.
See you guys.